Come to the next topic, which is geography as an independent subject. Yes, that is our next part. Geography as an independent subject. That means independent subject. What does it mean? It's not related to each. It's related to each other. It related to human geography. It's related to biogeography, but it's an independent study of the subjects, and it's basically give us the concept about the surrounding surface of the earth. Geography is described as a description of the earth, and it's an independent subject study about the physical environment of the earth, human activities, and their interactive relationships. It helps us to understand the diversity, their causes, factors, everything. And it tells us about the rivers, mountains, plateaus, plains, deserts, etc. etc. But it's not only tells us about the phenomenon over the earth's surface. This is very important. But also studies the associations with the other factors which cause this variation. Now we are learning this part from this note, that what is written over there. Geography is an independent subject that focuses on the study of the physical world. Just now you have learned this word, that physical world. After that, next, human activities. Human activities, everything, every meaning I will let you know one by one, and the interactions between them. Now I am writing one by one what are the meaning of those words. The first thing is written, the study of physical world. What is it? Physical world, that means different landforms. One by one I am writing over there. You can also note down these things. Different landforms they are describing. Their erosional and depositional work. Depositional work. And for this work they are making some landforms, that is also. After that, forest, climate, vegetation, everything they are describing in physical world. Remember, in physical world, this is also related to the physical world. Come to the human society. I am erasing this, just wait for a minute. Next we have the next part, which is human society, how it's related to the human society. Yes, human society. Yes. So according to the physical world, which people, name of the tribal people, name of the tribals, those who are the inhabitants in these places, their activity or their occupation, you can say. That is also the subject matter of our subject geography. Their occupation, their life belongings, everything is a concept of geography. So that is written on the study of the physical world and as well as the human society and their interactions between them, because without physical world human can't do anything. Without the human societies, physical world can't do anything. We can't make the physical world, we can't make the human societies as well. So both the factors are very, very important to make a thing. So that is the interactions between them. It helps us to understand the impact of our environment on human life. Impact of our environment on human life and vice versa. Yes. What's the effect of physical features? What's the effect of human made features? All the features are very important. Like one example I am giving. If we have a lot of physical things, we don't need to buy any things. It will be getting at a free of cost. But we don't have a manpower. No manpower we have. So students, you tell me, anything can be made without the manpower, without the intelligence of the human? Anything can be made? Nothing can be made, because science, technology, everything, the uses are made by the human. So those things, both the things, vice versa, are very much important to make an impact in our society. Geography as an independent field allows for a detailed exploration of the various aspects of different surface, climate, and how these elements influence human culture and society over time. Yes, from the beginning, when we started the chapter, I have also informed you and I have also said the line that in different parts of our country, all the things are not equally distributed. I think all of you remember, all the things are not equally distributed. In some places, the different things we can see. In India, even in our country, in a different states, all the things are equally distributed. Rivers, mountains, their resources, the color, skin color of the human, their height, their everything are completely related to each other, completely equal to each other. No, because there is the diversity, and that's why the line is explained, unity in diversity. Otherwise the line doesn't exist, right? So that's why the line creates that unity in diversity. So different diversity, we have different variations we have in our society. Come to the next concept, which is key concept of geography. The first part, physical and human world, just now we have learned. It studies both the natural features of the earth and human societies. Natural features as well as the human societies. Both the things we can see from this part. Now, interactions and the effects. Geography examines how environment affects human life, and now how human activities impact the environment. From this line, two words we can understand. That words, it's not mentioned over here, so all of you please write down this word. The first one is determinism or the deterministic approach. The first one is determinism and the second one is possibilism. These two words first you have to understand, then you will understand the meaning of the line. Here is written what? Geography examines how the environment affects human life and how human activities impact the environment. You just imagine in the ancient period when the early humans just arrived, the great ape part we have learned in class 3, and after that early humans studying the past, how, where, what and when, every chapters we have learned about the previous things, prehistoric things and historical parts, monuments, everything we have learned. So there we have got to know about how our nature was, how the society was, how the world was, and how human made it in a complete way. Now we are the modern people. So how the environment was. So that is called deterministic approach, where we can see the earth was completely made by oneself, by the God. Art was not created by the human. Art was completely made by the God, and the earth was like that. Human can't modify the earth at that point of time because they didn't have any technology, right? They didn't have any technology. They were not the literate people. They don't have a lot of money. Nothing they have. So that's why in the ancient period, people can't modify the nature. Nature was giving them some opportunities that the people or the human beings have to agree with this. That is called the deterministic approach or deterministic theory, but determinism. After that, in possibilism, what happened? Nature has modified a lot of by the human beings, and then human made themselves very well, very connective, very modern, and that's why they wanted to make the nature in a modern way, in a possibilistic way, and then nature gave them some possibilism, some possible things to the human beings, and human make them to agree with this. That is called possibilism. That means in the first part what we learned in the determinism, nature was the primitive factor, human made them in a proper way, and in possibilism theory, Human activities have gone in a lot of part of our country, and human activities impact the environment. They shape the environment in a proper way, in their way. Okay, so that two concept was there in your books. All of you, please read and try to learn this two concept. And in the last part, what is written? Diversity in environment and culture recognizes the variations in physical landscapes, climate, cultural practices across the different regions. So these three parts are very important. These are the key concept of geography. Before that, geography as an independent subject, key concept of geography. Now we will go for the short pointers. From this above portion, what is the summary? What we learned? First, we have learned geography, the study of earth and the human societies. Before this class, we have also know about the geography, only the study of the earth and the explanation of the earth's surface. But it's not like that. It also examines the human societies. Second point, what we learn? It focuses on the interaction between environment and the humans. Just now the determinism, possibilism concept we have gone through. So these two concepts are very important, and after that another concept has come, which is neo-determinism. Where environment and the human both are the primitive factors, both are the prime factors. Nobody is interdependent on each other. That is called neo-determinism. After that, highlights diversity in physical and the cultural aspects and shows how surroundings influence human life. How surroundings in our surrounding areas, how the places are like that, how the environments are like that, so that the human lives are also affected by this. These four parts we have learned from this above concept. There is also given an example. The example, all of you can write this, otherwise you can also make it on your own way to think about it. What is written? Consider how living near the coast influences people's lifestyle. Yes, this is very important thing. Whenever you are staying in a place, their marketization, their places, their demand of the people also influences everything. Basically the people's lifestyle. You can also tell me the answer that the people who are living near the coastal area, how their life belongings, basically they get the coastal area at a free of cost. So they will definitely do the fishing, maritime trade, tourism, right, as their occupation. So that is written here. So coastal regions provide opportunities for fishing, maritime trade, tourism, and shaping the local economy and culture. People living in the coastal areas often have a deep connection with the sea. Yeah, this is a true thing. And reflected in their daily activities, food, traditions. Yes. This example illustrates how geography helps us to understand the relationship between our surroundings and our way of life, showing how different environments lead to diverse cultural practices. Exactly, this is a good example that how our lifestyle will be influenced by our surrounding things. If I am giving one example to you, if you gone to Kerala, if you gone to Rajasthan, which is a desert area, right? Now there is given the coastal areas examples. So I am giving a desert area example. So if you are staying or if you are moving, shifting to the desert area like Rajasthan or anywhere else or Gujarat, there you can see the same occupation of the people are going on, the fishing. No, never. Why? Because there is not a lot of rivers, coastal areas, oceans, everything. Because we know in the desert area there is a scarcity of water. So definitely we will not get the exact information or the exact occupation of the people like whatever we are watching here, that how people are living in the coastal area like fishing, maritime trade, tourism. It will not be there. What we can see? We can see over there the trading obviously, but Tourism we can see, because a lot of people will go to the desert places for their everyday tourism. And after that, what occupation we will see for the next? The camel riding. Yes, that is their main occupation, the camel riding. So everything will be, our lifestyle, our changes, our demands will be definitely as per the surrounding environment of our nature. So that's why the last line is written, that how geography helps us to understand the relationship between our surroundings and our way of life, and it shows how different environments lead to the diverse cultural practices. According to your nature, according to your environment, definitely you will choose which kind of occupation you have to do. And that's why the occupational parts we have in the rural areas and the urban or city areas are completely differentiated to each other.